Welcome to day one of the challenge, and today's program has been written by Mitchell O'Brien, and today's program is focused around mobility and a little bit of fitness. And when we say fitness, in terms of a nice outdoor walk. So the first exercise is a mobility exercise for the thoracic spine, which is called a thoracic rotation. So I'm going to lay on my side with my knees at 90 degrees, and I'm going to reach forward, and it's called the bow and arrow stretch. We pull into the shoulder blade and rotate right around, driving my knees into the ground. I breathe in as I protract my shoulder. I retract like I'm drawing an arrow with a bow and arrow and rotating around, keeping my knees into the ground. When I rotate, I want to go through my lower shoulder blade. Exercise number 2 is a hip flexor stretch. By the way, back at exercise number 1, do about 5 to 10 each side. Exercise number 2 is a hip flexor stretch. So as here, we're going to mobilise the hip joint, or open up the hip joint. So I'm going to come up into this half kneeling position. If you get knee pain, kneel on something really comfy like a doona. Like here I am at home in my lounge room, because this stretch can be done anywhere. So I could grab like a nice fluffy doona like this, or blanket, whatever you want to call it, and put that under my knee. Now, I'm coming into this position. I've got a nice tall spine. I want to keep my ribs down, and I'm stretching through my hip flexor of my rear leg. Now, if I'm not getting much of a stretch, I can get a bit of a pelvic tilt, so I can put my hand on the top of my pelvis and the other hand on my buttock, draw the buttock down to the floor and the pelvis up and ribs down. And I feel a nice stretch down through my hip flexor. Exercise number 3 that Mitch has included is called Adductor Rocks. Now, the Adductor Rocks is a great groin stretch as well as a hamstring stretch. So, 2 hands onto the ground in front of me, 1 leg out to the side. With my foot, I'll go back a bit, my foot nice and flat on the ground, square. 2 hands on the ground, I'm going to sit back and rock into my heel, always keeping this leg straight and my foot square. So sitting back on the heel and then coming forward. Back on the heel and coming forward. So I'm probably going to do about 5 to 10 repetitions on each side. And then by the time we've done those 3 exercises, it's time to get out and go for a nice brisk walk. Okay, that could be going for say 10 to 15 minutes, but whatever you can fit in. If you've got a bit more time up your sleeve, by all means go for it. Get outside, enjoy the vitamin D of the sun, the nice fresh spring air, but just make the most of every bit of outside time you can. So there's exercise number 1 for our challenge, and it's a great program because we're going to mobilise and then get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather. And that's our Monday workout, so I hope you find time on Monday to fit that program into your day. Have a great day, and if you have any questions, please let us know.